I am Yóngyǎn, known to history as the Jiaqing Emperor, the seventh ruler of the great Qing Dynasty. Born in the year of the horse 1760, I was the 15th son of my illustrious father, the Qianlong Emperor, who reigned over our vast empire for 6 decades. My journey to the throne began long before 1796, shaped by the shadow of my father's long and storied reign and the weight of expectations to continue the legacy of our ancestors. When I ascended to the Dragon Throne in 1796, it was both a moment of joy and a realization of immense responsibility. My father, though he had abdicated the throne to honor his promise not to surpass the reign of the great Qing Emperor, retained significant influence. This arrangement, known as a Taishong Huang, or the retired emperor, meant I shared power with him for the early years of my reign. It was a delicate balance, to honor his wisdom while asserting my authority over the empire. Our empire was vast, stretching from the deserts of Xinjiang to the shores of the South China Sea. Yet with this vastness came challenges. By the time I became emperor, the glory of our dynasty faced mounting threats. One of my earliest trials was the White Lotus Rebellion, an insurrection that began in the provinces of Hubei, Sichuan, and Shaanxi. This rebellion, fueled by the grievances of peasants and the teachings of a millenarian sect, grew into a devastating war. It took years of effort and countless lives to suppress. Though we triumphed, it exposed the corruption and inefficiencies within the military and local governance. I sought to address these weaknesses. My reign became a campaign against the decay that had begun to seep into the bureaucracy. Corruption was rife, and officials often grew fat on the misery of the common people. I dismissed and punished many corrupt officials, seeking to restore integrity to the administration. Among my most infamous acts was the purge of Heshen, one of my father's closest and most powerful officials. Heshen's greed and corruption were unparalleled, and his fall was a necessary message that no one, regardless of rank, was above the law. The empire's relations with foreign powers also demanded my attention. The British, eager to expand their trade and influence, sought greater access to our markets. Yet I upheld the traditions of our ancestors, maintaining strict controls over foreign trade through the Canton system. Their demands for diplomatic equality and open trade were rebuffed, for I believed in the supremacy of the Celestial Empire. However, I could not fully stem the tide of opium, which began to seep into the veins of our people, setting the stage for future conflicts. Natural disasters also marked my reign. Floods, droughts, and famines struck various regions, bringing suffering to the people. I worked to provide relief, issuing edicts to reduce taxes, distribute grain, and rebuild infrastructure. Yet, I often felt the limits of imperial power when faced with the overwhelming forces of nature and human need. In the latter years of my reign, I retreated more often to the solace of the forbidden city's gardens and halls. The weight of ruling an empire, with its endless challenges and the constant vigilance required to maintain order, was heavy. Yet, I found moments of peace in literature, art, and the Confucian teachings that guided my governance. In 1820, after 25 years on the throne, my time came to an end. I left this world with hopes that my successors would continue to preserve the stability and traditions of the Qing Dynasty. My reign was not without flaws, yet I sought to uphold the values of our ancestors and navigate the empire through turbulent times.